This video is brought to you by StoneAgeGamer.com, a fantastic site for retro games, systems, accessories, and more. Be sure to check out StoneAgeGamer.com. Skip it up and that up. So Microsoft Game Studios corporate VP Phil Spencer is talking about how they're using cloud computing to improve Xbox One games. In particular, he's talking about ray tracing. This is what he had to say. We've done some experiments with real-time ray tracing. A ton of potential with this tech. Amazing visuals. Now, ray tracing in super duper layman's terms is like how light affects different objects in real time, or, you know, if you have a glass in front of another glass and there's light from the sun coming through a window, how it would hit both of those glasses. It looks very realistic if it's done properly. As a matter of fact, here's a picture. Oh, it looks so good. Yeah, it does look really good. But again, Microsoft is, hey, look what we're going to do with the cloud. And and a lot of other people just don't see how in the near future, I'm saying near future, cloud computing eventually is going to be a thing, a huge thing. But in the near future, and I'm talking like the next 5 to 10 years, I don't see cloud computing being practical for gaming. I just don't see the world catching up enough to be able to use cloud computing to render graphics. I don't see it. I'm just shocked that Microsoft keeps talking about this. I mean, even people like Mark Cerny, now I understand he works for Sony, so of course he's going to downplay tech that Microsoft is talking about. But he seems like a fairly down-to-earth guy, and he also said he doesn't see how cloud computing to actually compute graphics is going to be practical anytime soon. I mean, you have to understand, I mean, even the United States, our networks here, our internet service providers, our internet in general is a mess. You know, and what about another country that's even behind us? And then, you know, you may have a country who's way ahead of us. Now, I could see maybe a few years from now, cloud computing being a novelty when it comes to gaming, where a game will be released by whatever developer, and hey, if you have super fast internet, you know, her boobs will jiggle more, or maybe, you know, his chest hair will glisten more, because we could use real-time ray tracing to have the light reflect off of it in a more realistic fashion. But beyond it being like a gimmick at first, cloud computing, like I said a few minutes ago, is going to be a thing. I just don't see for probably 60 to 70% of this generation, if not more, cloud computing being usable where Microsoft can rely on it, or a third-party developer can rely on it and say, hey, to make our game work, we need cloud computing, and it's relevant enough that we can use it. I just see it more as a gimmick at first, because around the world, the internet's going to be in multiple different states, and I don't know why Microsoft keeps talking about it, because it's way too premature to base anything on cloud computing yet. All right, so be real with me here. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think cloud computing will be a thing much sooner than I do? Do you think in a couple of years, games will require you to have access to the internet because they will need cloud computing, and that'll be okay because the internet around the world will be fast enough? I don't see that happening, but maybe you do. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.